David Goggins describes the human body as a stock car with a governor. A governor limits the flow of air and fuel into the engine, putting a cap on its capability. The governor in the human mind usually only allows us to achieve 40% of our capability because it taps into fears and insecurities that only you know about. Today, I'll tell you a story from David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. My interview was brief. I told the Cliff Notes version of my life story and mentioned I'd be on a liquid diet. Drinking a carbohydrate loaded sports drink was my only nutrition until the record was broken. What should we cook for you tomorrow, once it's all over? Savannah Guthrie replied. I laughed and played along, agreeable as hell. But don't get it twisted. I was way out of my comfort zone. I was about to go to war with myself, although I didn't look or act like it. As the clock ran down, I took my shirt off and was only wearing a pair of lightweight black running shorts and running shoes. Wow, it's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror, Lauer joked, gesturing towards me. This segment just got a whole lot more interesting. All right, David, best of luck to you. We will be watching. Someone hit play on Going the Distance, the Rocky theme song, and I stepped up to the pull up bar. It was painted matte black, wrapped with white tape, and stenciled with the phrase, Show no weakness in white lettering. I got the last word in as I strapped on my gray gloves. Please donate to specialops.org. We're trying to raise $1 million. All right, are you ready? Three, two, one, David, go! With that, the clock started and I rocked 8 pull-ups. The rules laid down by a Guinness Book of World Records were clear. I had to start each pull-up from a dead hang, with my arms fully extended, and my chin had to exceed the bar. So it begins! I smiled for the camera, looked relaxed, but even those first pull-ups didn't feel right. Part of it was situational. I was a lone fish in a glass box aquarium that attracted sunshine and reflected a bank of hot show lights. The other half was technical. From the very first pull up, I noticed that the bar had a lot more give than I was used to. I didn't have my usual power and anticipated a long fucking day. At first, I blocked that shit out. Had to. A looser bar just meant a stronger effort and gave me another opportunity to be uncommon. Throughout the day, people passed by in the street below, waved and cheered. I waved back, kept to my plan, and rocked 6 pull ups on the minute, every damn minute. But it wasn't easy because of that rickety bar. My force was getting dissipated. After hundreds of pull ups, dissipation took its toll. Each subsequent pull up required a monumental effort, a stronger grip, and at the 1500 mark, my forearms hurt like hell. My massage therapist rubbed them down between sets, but they bulged with lactic acid, which seeped into every muscle in my upper body. After more than 6 hours and with 2,000 pull ups in the bank, I took my first 10-minute break. I was well ahead of my 24-hour pace, and the sun angled low on the horizon, which dropped the mercury level in the room to manageable. It was late enough that the whole studio was shut down. It was just me, a few friends, a massage therapist, and my mother. Today's show cameras were set up and rolling to clock me and make sure I kept to regulations. I had more than 2,000 pull ups still to go, and for the first time that day, doubt carved out a hole in my brain. I didn't vocalize my negativity. I tried to reset my mind for a second half push, but the truth was my whole plan had gone to hell. My carbohydrate drink wasn't giving me the power I needed. I didn't have a plan B. So I ordered and downed a cheeseburger. Felt good to have some real food. Meanwhile, my team tried to stabilize the bar by tying it to the pipes in the rafters, but instead of recharging my system like I'd hoped, the long break had an adverse effect. My body was shutting down, while my mind swirled with panic because I had made a pledge and staked my name on a quest to make money and break a record. And I already knew that there was no way on earth I was going to be able to get it done. It took me 5 hours to do another 500 pull ups. That's an average of under 2 pull ups a minute. I was verging on total muscle failure after doing only 1,000 more pull ups than I would rock in a 3 hour session at the gym on a typical Saturday with no ill effects. How is that possible? I tried to bull my way through, but tension and lactic acid had overwhelmed my system, and my upper body was a lump of dough. I had never had muscle failure in my life. I'd run on broken legs and buds, run nearly 100 miles on broken feet, and accomplished dozens of physical feats with a hole in my heart. But late at night on the second floor of the NBC tower, pulled the plug. After my 2,500th pull up, I could barely lift my hands enough to grip the bar, let alone clear with my chin. And just like that, it was over. There would be no celebratory breakfast with Matt and Savannah. There would be no celebration at all. I failed, and I'd failed in front of millions of people.